Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the movie hangout. Let's talk about Top Gun Maverick still breaking records. When the film came to theaters across the country and the world, it was just shattering every record. It was rising above all the competition, and for good reason, because it's a phenomenal movie. Amazing story, great characters, great acting, just edge of your seat, suck you in. Action sequences. I mean, it's like the epitome of the American action film. Tom Cruise proves once and again that he's by far the greatest action hero of all time. I mean, better than everybody else, and that's saying quite a bit. But I mean, the longevity of this guy, the number of films he's had that have been successful, nobody's even close to it. But before I go into that, if you go on over, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, comment, and like this video. I want to know what you think about Top Gun Maverick breaking all the records. I just want to say I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas, had a phenomenal time with friends and family. Hope you had a fun time picking out like I did. I had cheesecake like every single day. Don't even care how much weight I gained because it was totally worth it. I enjoyed it. I had like 2 boxes of gingerbread cookies, and the only regret I have is that I didn't have 3 boxes. So I hope you had a fantastic time with loved ones. If you didn't have anybody around, no friends and family, I hope you still had a wonderful time, because it's a time to just really be thankful for everything everything good in our life. Okay, so I'm over here on Deadline. Top Gun Maverick shatters premiere weekend viewership record on Paramount Plus. Top Gun Maverick is soaring to new heights on Paramount Plus, becoming the most watched film to ever debut on the streaming service domestically. Now, you know, Paramount Plus hasn't been around that long. It hasn't been around as long as Netflix or even Disney Plus or Hulu, but this is still a pretty big deal, because there's a lot of different avenues for people to watch things now. So there's a lot of competition to get our eyeballs. So the fact that it is still gaining so much interest is saying a lot. The film landed on Paramount Plus on December 22nd and quickly surpassed Sonic the Hedgehog's previous premiere weekend viewership record by 60%. So Sonic the Hedgehog, whether you like it or not, a lot of people love that movie. You have a lot of adults who played the Sega Genesis game back in the early 90s. And then you have a lot of kids that just like the character and what the character looks like. So you have a lot of people watching this thing. So the fact that an adult film, an adult movie, you know, for adults, Top Gun Maverick, beat that by 60% is almost unheard of. It's amazing. In anticipation of Maverick's debut on the service, audiences refreshed their memories on the original Top Gun movie, which saw viewership increase by about 400%. So I guess they did what I did. So I never even saw Top Gun. It was kind of before my time. So before I went to the theater to watch Maverick, obviously you got to see the first film. So I streamed the first one. So it looks like everybody did that. It was apparently a Tom Cruise-inspired weekend, as even the Mission Impossible franchise saw a 140% bump in viewership. He's going to be getting some pretty good residual checks. Same with all the actors, too, in that. So that's cool. Quote, "The runaway success of this film across the theatrical, digital, and now in streaming is an undeniable proof point demonstrating the power of Paramount's multi-platform release strategy. Across all our 2022 titles, and now with Top Gun Maverick, our studio has unlocked the value of variable windowing that streaming provides to augment a film's overall success." So for people who don't know what that even means, basically what they're saying is that they are changing how they calibrate if a film is successful or not. So I would bet that in the very near future, nobody's really going to put a huge emphasis on opening and weekend numbers, because again, there is just so many options now for people. I mean, there's so many, you know, jiggling keys, you know, for people to be staring at, that it takes a while for people to find things to watch. So I would bet in the near future they're going to de-emphasize opening weekend numbers unless they're like amazing. But more often than not, they won't talk about it. Instead, what they're going to do is probably after like a solid year of a film from a release in theaters to streaming, a solid calendar year, they're probably then going to brag about how much money it's made. Because I wouldn't be surprised if even like a film like Black Adam, even though supposedly it lost $50 million, which I would believe that as of right now, probably in a year and a half, it'll be making a pretty big profit, I would imagine. And a lot of things cause people to watch films with actors. It says right here, because the sequel was out of Top Gun Maverick, people are watching the first film. That's going to boost the numbers for the first film. And then because the same actors in both of them, Tom Cruise, people are watching the Mission Impossible films. So this is really going to change the dynamic of how studios look at films and value them, and value actors, and value different types of stories. So maybe there's still hope for good storytelling, because people, at the end of the day, they want to be entertained by compelling characters and a strong plot and good action. It says, we are thrilled to see a continuation of the film's massive record-breaking success by becoming the #1 most watched movie premiere on Paramount Plus. We continue to benefit from the highly anticipated theatrical hits from Paramount Pictures that come to the service, delivering fans a new way to continue to watch and rewatch their favorite movies. It says Top Gun Maverick has crossed the 1.4 billion mark worldwide, making it one of the top grossing films of all time. That is absolutely amazing. I'm just so happy that this has happened for this film, because if it was like a lousy movie that was just like nobody, just terrible characters, and it somehow made a record amount of money, then it would only encourage more awful, unwatchable content. So this is going to be held up as proof that even today, with all the things that are on, people want to see good quality content, and they want to see patriotic stuff. They want to see, gung-ho, we're in it to win it, let's work together type of stories. And I think that's really, really good. 1.4 billion, it's huge. I would even bet that probably studios will take older films. They might even take the original Top Gun, since they own that movie. And they might, do trailers to it to get people back to the streaming service to rewatch it. So they'll be taking films that have already been out for decades, repackaging them, and then they'll be putting them out like a trailer in a premiere, almost like they're a brand new film. I wouldn't be surprised with that. It'll be interesting, though. Let me know what you think. Are you surprised that Top Gun Maverick is still breaking records? Or do you think it's par for the course? Do you think that, obviously they're going to keep breaking records? Do you think that because it's breaking records, they're going to make a Top Gun 3? Maybe they'll do even more of a focus on the Rooster character, bring in some other characters, have like another battle. And also, do you think that this is good news for just movies in general and storytelling? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you want to get future rants, reviews, or original content, click subscribe. Later.